what do you feel like at the end of it all that you want to be remembered for? Like after all it's said and done, all the projects, because there's a lot, but that means there's only more coming and more exciting stuff. And like, what's the ultimate defining thing for you? You feel like at the end of it all?
I don't really feel like I need to be remembered, but if I was, I'd like to be remembered as someone who loved my job and who really enjoyed the collaborative creative process. You know, I'm there are composers who I would describe as tortured geniuses who spend 18 hours a day alone in a studio crafting masterworks. I'm not one of them. I like to hope that I make good music and that it's fun and that it connects with people. And I like to hope that I'm writing bangers, but like, I'm certainly not working alone anytime that I can avoid it. I'm always trying to find excuses to bring live musicians in, to work with other producers, to work with my friends, to have an excuse to spend money on paying great musicians for their musicianship. I'm a big believer that music is a communal experience. It is certainly something that I perceive and I enjoy in the context of like the memories that are formed around it. And for me, most of my favorite memories in music involve sitting with someone else and us just playing and having a good time. And that's the kind of feeling that I want to capture in the stuff that I do. Like that live in the moment joy. That is what I really, really care about. And that's what I love. And that's kind of the dragon that I'm eternally chasing. So I would say that for me, I hope that people have fun with it. You know, I hope people enjoy the stuff that I make and that it evokes the feelings it is meant to evoke. You know, at the end of the day, I always kind of joke, my job is not very important. I'm not doing rocket science. No one dies if I write the wrong note. You know, I shouldn't get overly anxious or self-involved on the stuff that I'm doing. But what I do care about is I remember that most of the time I'm working on family entertainment or children's entertainment or stuff that reaches people at a pivotal crossroad in their life where they needed some kind of emotional escape or they wanted to have fun watching or playing something and they just wanted to get away from real life for a while. You know, I get to work in fantasy. I get to work in, if we use the stereotypical phrase, like the dream factory a little bit. So like, you know, I like to hope that I'm making sure that everything feels nice, that people are having a good time, and that hopefully, you know, they learn something in the process. Maybe they think a little more deeply about the narrative goals of the show because I managed to connect the music to the themes of the plot, or I managed to tie an unexpected narrative line that makes you think a little more deeply about what you're listening to. That's what I'm hoping for.